What's up? What's up? Yo, yo. Mcraft is awesome. Who's that? Help me out. That's an awesome username, but I don't know your name, bro. Liam. Well, Jess says it's Liam. Liam, not you? Yeah. Yo, what up, Justin? All right, all right. You guys can hear me, right? Just want to double check on that. Yo, yo, yo. Loud and clear. Sweet. Awesome. Liam, what'd you do today, man? What time did you wake up? We'll start there. As I was about to say, it's been like 8 hours, but that's how long it's been since I woke up. For all I know, you woke up at like 2 p.m. 4 a.m.? Is that when you went to bed or when you woke up? That's like that you woke up? Dang. What'd you do? What were you doing up at 4 a.m., man? That's like went to bed at 12. My dog. Rip. Did you go back to sleep or you been up since 4? Up since 4. Dude, what a champ. All right, well, I wish you the best. If I was you, I'd be crashing in probably about 2 or 3 hours. So nice 7 p.m. bedtime for me if I was in your shoes. But I'm sure there are plenty of things to do, video games to play, people to smash. Watching Mark. What is that? Mark. I don't think I'm going to pronounce that right. What's that? Tell me about it. Markiplier. We got a couple more people. Yo, guys, when you join, let us know you're here so I know who I am chatting with. I'm excited for this, guys. This is cool. Markiplier. Oh, he's a YouTuber. Nice. I've been watching a lot of YouTube myself. There's currently one Ninja viewer right now who is not revealing themselves. Hey, Gigi, what's up? That's awesome. Anita is right behind camera, and she specifically said to tell you, Gigi, that she says hi. Hey, Sarah. Got ourselves a squad now. I like it. Geneva says hi, Anita. She said yay. Anita is currently sunbathing, so she'll stay off camera for now. Nah, I'm just kidding. But the squad. Jason's riding his bike. All right. Well, I appreciate you representing, Sarah. You know, it would have made me feel good if he was like, you know, tuning in like on the phone from the bike ride. But I get it. It's fine. Be safe. 2 hands on the handlebars. Understand. All right, sweet. Well, it's been a few minutes. I'm sure a couple more people might join in a couple minutes. But if you guys want to throw your questions in there, you can. Even if it's just, how you doing? What have you done today? I really haven't done a whole lot. I guess I did a fair amount today. I moved some stuff. I put my feet in a pool. I was planning on swimming, but I'm a total wimp, and it was cold, at least to me, so I did not swim. But I got, you know, okay, that's really all I did. So I guess I haven't really done that much. So throw the questions in there so we can start doing something. Literally every YouTube vid I've watched during quarantine has been a horror video game. Dude, don't do that to yourself. Watch, I don't know, watch something happy. No, I don't know. I've been watching a ton of, I've actually been watching Marvel movies. But on YouTube, I've been watching some fitness videos and stuff. My gym closed, so I'm trying to stay fit at home. Let's see. What does your day-to-day quarantine routine look like? Well, this week I've been trying to not be a blob because the first week or so, like when Pinellas County went on spring break a couple weeks ago, and then the next week after that was kind of like our first week of like temporary, you know, quarantine type thing, and things were just kind of starting to get a little crazy. I was a pure blob, just watching movies and like doing just absolutely nothing, which kind of made me a little sad at the end of the day. I mean, it was okay, you know, to do it at the beginning, but I've been trying to read more. I've been trying to play a little guitar more. And I've been hanging out with Anita more, which is definitely good. Not having to go into work means I can spend more time with her. So that's always great when you're getting married to somebody. So yeah, not a whole lot of structure to my day-to-day quarantine life. What do you love about Anita the most? Aww. Let's see. I don't know if I can put one thing. Well, okay. Yes, I can. She loves Jesus. She loves Jesus with all her heart, and that's awesome. That's like something that I admire every single day. It encourages me to do the same thing. So can't beat that. Can't beat that. Have you forgotten fun with friends? No, of course not, Liam. I have not. The famous, I guess that'd probably be the best hashtag of our trip, fun with friends. There it is, Gigi representing too. That was honestly, guys, one of my favorite trips of all time. I think I've already said that a couple of times, but that was such a fun trip. It was so good. Yes, ask me anything. Oh, there were 2 from Instagram. I can pull those up real quick. Let's see. Why did I first want to become a teacher? That was Kai Photography 9918. I don't know if they're here right now, but maybe they can watch this back if they're not. But I'm answering their question. Why? Let's see. Yeah, why did I first want to become a teacher? So it was funny. I had an amazing English teacher, which is what I am. I'm a high school English teacher. I had an amazing English teacher in high school. I actually had him 10 times. I had him, I think, what was it, twice my freshman year by chance, because I hadn't been in high school before. So it's not like I chose him, but I had him twice. I think one for an elective that I took and one for English. And then I had him once my sophomore year. And then I had him like 3 times my junior and senior year, because he was also the yearbook teacher. And like I said, he did another elective that it was like a global studies class or something. Anyway, he was awesome. He just, was not just like, here, do my assignment and I'll give you a grade and then we'll go on with our business. He like asked us, questions about our lives, like, and we would just have conversations with him in class about like real topics. And it was just really cool. So long story short, like my sophomore to senior year, he kind of told me a bunch of times, like, you'd make a really good teacher. And I was like, I was not really interested. Actually, this is actually a cooler story than I'm making it out to be, because it has to do with like essentially like the calling that I feel like God put on my life. But so I wanted to be a youth pastor from like my sophomore to senior year. And I was just like really dead set on it. I wanted to go to like Bible school. I looked at Trinity College. I looked at Southeastern. And then I was just praying a whole bunch about it. And I felt like, well, first of all, my parents, like we couldn't afford to go to somewhere like Trinity or Southeastern because there weren't really like a whole lot of scholarship opportunities there. Whereas like where I did end up going was USF. Yo, what's up, Ricky? It's good to see you, bro. When I did end up going to USF in St. Pete, I fortunately got some scholarship and some like financial like aid, I guess, things. So I was able to go, which I was super grateful for. But basically, like my senior year, through prayer, through talking to my English teacher, through talking to my youth pastor, through talking to a lot of people that I like trusted, I ended up realizing like high school is youth ministry, right? High school student ministry, right? Middle school is student ministry. The students there, like so many of them need to hear the gospel, and I can't go in there and, in a public school setting and like just teach out of the Bible, but man, I can definitely teach the same values and I can hold myself the same way that Jesus would hold himself when I'm teaching, stuff out of literature. So yeah, that's my senior year. I kind of decided, I switched my major before I even started my first semester to English because I loved it. And I thought that was a way that I could become a teacher and essentially be, in student ministry at the same time. So yeah, that's that story. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Let me grab some questions from here before I go back to the Instagram. Who wins in a fight, Wolverine or Deadpool? This is if you know the Marvel Universe. Do I know the Marvel Universe? I know it, but I also don't really know if I know the answer to that question. I mean, I like Wolverine better. I like them both, but I like Wolverine better. So I think I'd pull for Wolverine. But I don't know. They've got like really similar. Look, Wolverine beat him in the movie, in the only movie they were in together. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of people don't like that movie. I just knocked my headphone out. A lot of people don't like that movie. I like that movie. So I think I'd go with Wolverine, man. Okay, sweet. So the other question from Instagram was, Shay wants to know, what is your dream vacation? Shay, I don't know if you're with us, but if you are, what's up? And if you're not, watch this later. And what's up then? My dream vacation kind of fluctuates, but it would be one with Anita, of course. And I would love, for a while now, we've talked about a number of places that we would love to travel to if we end up having the means to go there. But I think right now my number one would be Switzerland, partially because Chris and Ashley Monteith went to Switzerland when they went on that like long backpacking trip, and they showed us pictures one time, and they were just so beautiful. And then also there's a ton of like really cool places to hike and rock climb in Switzerland, and I love doing those things. So yeah, dream vacation, Switzerland, probably in some sort of like cabin with, I mean, obviously with a view, right? And then some mountains nearby that we could both hike and do a little bit of rock climbing, because that just sounds amazing. If you can be an animal, what animal would you be? It's an interesting question. Let's see. What kind of animal? I'm getting suggestions from my live audience here. No, not a T-Rex. Yeah. I don't know. It'd be cool to be a bird because you could fly and that'd be pretty sweet. Probably get some really awesome views if I was a bird. So yeah, let's go with a bird, and let's go with a bird that doesn't get eaten easily. Maybe like an eagle. Yeah, probably an eagle, or you know what? Grizzly bears are like nobody messes with grizzly bears. So maybe a grizzly bear. I don't know. One of those two. That'd probably be cool. Let's see. I got one more over here. If you could be any type of food, what would you be? Okay, what? Be a food? Okay, if I could be a food, I don't know how to answer that question because I'm gonna be eaten. I'd probably be the animal that is that type of food, and I would just never get caught. So let's go with like a shark. I feel like they're hard to catch. Maybe not. Maybe I'd get eaten real quick. I don't know. But not a lot of people eat shark compared to like chicken. So I'm gonna go with shark. All right, let's see. What's your favorite country besides America and why? All right, I love this question. I would love to travel to so many places. Oh, what's up, Michael? Dude, it's good to see you in here. I would love to travel to so many different places, like places in South America, Asia, Africa. I mean, basically every continent. I literally would even be open to like going with a guide to Antarctica. Like, I just love the idea of going around the world and just seeing a bunch of different places, obviously different cultures. So I think it's hard for me to say what's my favorite country because I haven't been to a lot of them. I've probably been to a few. I guess my favorite one that I've been to would probably be Germany, just because there were such beautiful places to see. But I think my favorite culture, because I've experienced like such a I guess large amount of it, even without having been to the country, would be Colombia, because I have so many Colombian students, and they like pretty much all of them are fluent in Spanish. And I just talk to them, like they're helping me learn Spanish. I'm kind of helping a few of them with their English a little bit. And it's just so fun to talk to them. They're all so kind. They're all like just super like excited about a lot of things, which is cool to me. Like, oh, Mr. Reedy, look at this. It's and it's like something that I might not be that excited about, except they're so excited about it that it gets me excited. So I got some pretty cool students that have won me over to the Colombian culture. So much so that I chail branded it, and I Airbnb'd a trip, I priced out a trip if I went and like did an Airbnb over there and like hung out over there. So yeah, I'm definitely in love with the Colombian culture right now. Is there whitewater rafting in with all that rock and mountain climbing? Shoot, man, I've never been whitewater rafting, but I would love to go. Anita's been, and I saw a bunch of pictures from her trip, which looked awesome. And obviously I've seen videos and that looks awesome. I would be totally down to do whitewater rafting. I don't know if there is any in Switzerland. I haven't really looked into it, but you know what? I will. And if there is, I will send you an invite. Shark makes a good taco. Jess, have you legitimately had a shark taco before? I would believe you, but I'd also be surprised. What is your favorite? Jess says yes. Wow. Look at that. I literally have never heard of shark taco before. Okay. Liam says, what is your favorite worship song? So this one definitely rotates. I would say right now, you know what? Right now it is Graves into Gardens. I stinking love that song so much. Yeah, I've never learned how to play a song so quickly because I liked it so much that I wanted to play it. I think like the day after I heard it, I like went home and learned it. And yeah, I love Graves into Gardens. So yeah, that's currently my favorite one. That's an elevation worship song, even though I'm forgetting the guy's name at the very moment. I followed him on Instagram. What? Brandon Lake. It's pretty much his song, but I think it's credited to Elevation. I don't know who wrote it, but he sings it. So, Corinne, LOL, me too. Oh, Corinne, you've had a shark taco too? What the heck? You guys are leaving me out on your shark taco dates. Okay. Oh, dang, your friend caught one and actually made the tacos. That's intense. I wish I could say I've literally caught myself a shark taco before. Oh, Mike. Okay. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Mike? Sorry, I saw that. No worries. All right. What's your biggest pet peeve? Biggest pet peeve. I try not to have pet peeves, but I'm sure I do. I don't know. Anita, pet peeve of mine? Yeah, probably. My dad is my roommate right now, and he's kind of quirky. So love you, Dad, if you ever end up watching this. But you probably are my pet peeves. A couple of things you do are probably my pet peeves. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any pet peeves when I'm driving. I don't like it. You know, it doesn't really bother me if people are bad drivers, which they often are. But you know, I just get over it. I think somebody in one of the last AMAs or Q&As said, like, I think it was Jeff, like ordering behind somebody who doesn't know what to order. I guess that's kind of one, but it doesn't like super bother me. But I also do ask myself, like, what have you been doing the last 10 minutes standing in line? And now you get to the front, you have no idea what to order. The menu is just like not that big, dude. Anyway, so let's see. So I guess probably something, but it's not as much of a pet peeve for me to remember it. So I guess that's a good thing. What's your favorite beverage? Favorite beverage. I like yerba mate a lot. It is a tea that is originally from Argentina. It's pretty darn good. You can get it at Sprouts. I highly encourage you all to try it. It does have caffeine in it though. So if you're not a caffeine drinker, then sorry. But yeah, I really like yerba mate. They've got different flavors. It's basically like an iced tea kind of thing. But do you think you will ever shave your head or shave your beard and hair? Or is that something we do not ever want to see? My mom said I had a really big head when I was a kid, and then I ended up growing my hair out like when I was 9 years old, and I've only ever cut it once since then. So who knows? I might have a really like weird shaped head. Who knows? But honestly, Mike, this might sound weird. I've literally had like weird dreams and like daydreams of me shaving my head. I don't know, like recently. So who knows? Maybe in like a week, I'm just going to feel like I have to go do it. But as of right now, I have no plans to. We'll see. Carly says no. Is that to shaving my head? Do you not want me to shave my head, Carly? I mean, I really like my hair right now. So like, I don't have any plans to, but let's see. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? So, okay, ice cream flavors for me, I'll give you two answers. They're kind of limited by the brands of ice cream that I can eat because I can't really do like full on regular ice cream with regular dairy. So if I'm trying to find an ice cream that like I can just eat a ton of because I love ice cream and not feel that like really bad at all after, I need to get a dairy-free one. And so obviously not all dairy-free ice creams are good. There's a lot of them that are not good at all. But of the brands that I found, I really like this mint chocolate chip flavor of this. Actually, some of you guys, if you know me, are going to laugh. This ice cream that is the main ingredient is avocado, but it tastes really good. Trust me. It does not taste like you're eating a bowl of avocado, even though that would be good too. So mint chocolate chip. But if I can just like do whatever I want, if I like for that day was not going to have any like negative effects from dairy, then Man, Cold Stone's got some really good flavors. It'd probably be something from there. Probably, I used to get this like fudge. It had like brownies in it. Yeah, it'd probably be like vanilla ice cream, but with like fudge chunks or like brownie chunks in it or something like that. So yeah, that'd be me like full out, just doing whatever I wanted. Jess, I feel like there's a tad bit of sarcasm in that comment there. It is delicious. What do you miss the most least about school right now? Okay, I like that question. The least, I'll go that first. What I miss the least, which am I reading that right? That means I don't really miss it. Is I was getting really tired. I mean, I teach high school, so I wake up around 5. Okay, good, Jess. You love avocados. Awesome. On the same page then. No, I was waking up at 5 every morning, and school would end for students at 2, but the earliest I could leave, and that's if I like prepped pretty much the whole day and like tried to get everything out of the way. The earliest I could leave is 3, and that's fine. But honestly, more often than not, because I do the yearbook class, and we'd be always working on like pages or pictures or like I don't know, just like so many different things. On top of like I'm an English teacher, so a lot of what I have to grade are reading essays and reading like short answers, and like it's not just like multiple choice stuff. I'd be there until like 5 or 6. So 12-hour day. Like I know a lot of people do 12-hour days at work, so that's not a big deal. But then I'd get home and I would just feel like I had so much to do, or I'd want to spend time with Anita, or I'd have praise team, or just all the things. And so I just was getting super tired. So I'm really actually grateful that even though it's like a really horrible situation, I'm actually getting some sleep for once in a while. So that's like a small silver lining. I get to sleep a little bit more. And then what I miss the most, so I miss this a ton. I really missed like talking with my students. So I had a lot of seniors. So a lot of them are only like 5 or 6 years younger than me. And I just love that age group. I feel like, I mean, it's still definitely like I'm the teacher and they're the student, but a lot of the times it feels like we're just kind of hanging out and talking about literature and talking about like, stuff that I'm teaching them. So I really miss them. I had a lot of good kids. I had like 120 students, and I'd say easily 100 of them I never had any issues with, right? And even that other 20, like so rare. Like I just had such good students. I still have them. I talk to them online through the whole Microsoft thing. But it's not the same. So I miss seeing them, hearing about like, their weekends, or they would just talk about their relationships, and I'd like, it'd kind of be the, just a little bit of a window into their lives, which was really cool to kind of be granted. So yeah, I missed out a ton. I know, Carly, I'm super sad about it. That crying emoji's me. Let's see. Did I miss any? And obviously, if you have another one, throw it in there. Just want to make sure I didn't skip any. I was prepped, guys. I even like took notes from the Ask Me Anything with Jeff. And I like wrote down your questions to him, and I kind of thought about my answers. Let's see. Okay, do you like sushi? I love sushi. In fact, I just ate 12 rolls of it about 30 minutes before this live stream, along with some pho soup, which was also very good. It was my first time having the pho, but I love sushi. I eat sushi a lot. And it was funny. So Jeff Oler got me into sushi, so props to him. But then for whatever reason, I had a piece of bad sushi once, like not long after I got into it. And then it was like 2 years where I didn't eat any sushi whatsoever. Like it was so gross. I don't know actually what exactly happened. First of all, it's from Publix, so that might have been my first mistake. But yeah, I just had a piece of sushi from Publix, and for whatever reason, it just like turned me off to sushi. But like, I don't know, maybe a year ago or so now, I tried it again, and I've just been eating sushi nonstop for the last like year. Yeah, I can always go for sushi. I think I've had it at least 3 or 4, gosh, probably like 5 or 6 times on this quarantine. It's been great. It's been real great. Where does your last name originate from? My last name is Irish. I think it used to be like have the O apostrophe in front of it, like, you know, like O'Reilly or O'Donovan. I'm pretty sure it was O'Reedy at one point. I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, from Ireland. I'm probably at least 3/4 Irish. My great grandparents came from Ireland, and then my grandparents were born here, and then my dad, because that was his side of the family, was born here. And obviously I was born here in the U.S. But yeah, and then there's also some Irish on my mom's side too. So yep. The other big part is French. My mom's maiden name was La Liberty. It's probably pronounced even fancier than that, but that's already French enough. Cats or dogs? Carly, for a while, I was a cat person through and through, but I don't know when it changed. I am like a full-on dog person now. I don't remember why or when it changed, but I am 100%. When I have my own place and I'm thinking about getting a pet, I don't really want a cat. I would much prefer a dog. Anita agrees with that, so that's good that we're on the same page there. Yeah, very much a dog person. Yo, what's up, Jason? No worries, man. Yeah, you're getting some bike riding in. You need some sun. That's good. We all need some sun. No worries. What's your favorite video game? Yeah, Team Dog. All right, Liam, what's my favorite video game? So the funny thing is, the last couple years, I have a PlayStation 3, and it was from when I was in, maybe middle school, if not like early high school. And I used to play it so much. And when I had it and when I was playing it a lot with my friends, we would play a lot of like Call of Duty type games. And then like Need for Speed games. I think those are my top 2. But honestly, I play it like once a year now. And it's like when all of my buddies that I used to play with like come back and we all like get together. I'm not a huge video game guy. You know what though? As I'm talking, I'm realizing I love Smash Brothers. So Super Smash Brothers for sure, but I won't play by myself. I'll play by myself for like a couple of minutes and then I'll just get like, I don't know, I'm just bored by it. But if I even have one person there playing with me, especially if I have a ton of people, like when a bunch of us got together and played at Michael's house, that was awesome. I love that. So yeah, probably Super Smash Brothers. But those other games were what I played when I was younger. Dream car. It used to be, and it's probably still number 2. I like the Fast and Furious movies quite a bit, even though they've gotten quite silly. I still enjoy them. And so my favorite car from those movies was a Nissan GTR. So I really like that. And for a while I was like, yo, if I could ever afford that, it'd be awesome. But listen, I'm a teacher and I plan on being a teacher for a while. And those cars are $120,000, probably for like the really boring version. And then you want to like put all the toys on it to make it look really cool. I'm not buying one of those cars. So I've like come to really like Jeep Wranglers a lot. So I think right now, if I could have any car that I wanted, I'd probably pick like a really nice Jeep Wrangler. So yeah. Because you said you prepped, I have to now ask, do you know your Enneagram number? So that was not a question in the AMA that I watched. So I did not specifically prep for that based on that asking me anything. But I've talked with like Anita and Blaze and a few other people just about the Enneagram in general. And I also took one like short version of the quiz or test or whatever. And I know those, like, I've been told those are not like the end all be all, but I have been typed as a 1 and I've also been typed as a 9. And I've read a little bit about each one, but quite honestly, I don't like remember a lot of the details from all the numbers. But yeah, so I think the most recent time when I was talking with somebody about it, we kind of concluded that it sounded like I might be a 9 wing 1, which sounds weird to me because I'm not like super into it. But yeah, so I think maybe a 9 wing 1. I don't know. If somebody who knows Enneagrams thinks that doesn't fit me, then by all means, type it in the chat. But okay. So I'm pretty sure Colin just asked who would win in a wrestling match. You or Colin. So cool, Colin. I'm gonna say me, obviously, because that's gonna make it more fun. But yeah, dude, anytime you want, anytime, any place. Just after we're done social distancing. Oh, nah, this is Jess. Okay. Well, yeah, then definitely me. I would crush Colin. I would not crush him, but it'd be fun. Okay, now you guys are just playing with me. All right, I love Jeeps. So nice. Yeah, Jason. You and I should go halvesies on a Jeep. Just let me know when. Mike said, was mostly asking because you prepped for an unknown conversation. Okay, so what Enneagram would that have made me? Also, I prepped for like 5 minutes, so I didn't go nuts. I didn't want to be caught with like, oh no, I don't know my favorite book. You know what I mean? And like be thinking for a million years. Rather ride a bike or walk. I don't know. I like both of those things a lot. I don't do either of them nearly enough. Probably bike. Yeah, probably bike. Have you ever gone surfing? I wish. I have not. Excuse me. I've been paddleboarding. I love that. I've been kayaking. I've been canoeing. I have not been surfing. That one is one that I definitely want to do. What is your favorite book in the Bible? Favorite book in the Bible? I mean, I definitely, like, if I want to read scripture and I don't really have, like, I don't know, like a compass in that moment to like, oh, I want to read this or I need to read this, and I just kind of want to go to something. I usually will turn to the Beatitudes. So, obviously that's in the Gospels, but the specific like Matthew 5-7, I think it is, that Sermon on the Mount, and then specifically the Beatitudes is like, I've just heard so many amazing, like, obviously that's a message in itself given by Jesus, but then I've heard so many like people talk about that in ways that like have broadened my perspective so much on being able to be open to like what Scripture's saying, and just like different ways that like Holy Spirit can talk to you about the same scripture in different times of your life, or just even in like one day to the next. That like passage kind of holds that I don't know, that place of like favoritism for me often. But ever since I was a kid, I really liked the book of Daniel too. So, sunshine or rain? Sunshine 110%. But I honestly don't mind rain either. So, just not at night if I'm driving in it. But when I was a kid, I would sit out on the porch with my dad if there was like a really big thunderstorm, and we had a covered porch, and we would just watch and listen, and it was really cool. But if I had to pick one, definitely sunshine. What is your favorite fiction book? Okay, my favorite fiction book. My favorite fiction book is Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. And I would encourage you to read it with a strong eye towards Scripture, because it is a book that kind of like, it kind of has like an eye towards Buddhism. But the reason I like it so much is because my favorite book of all time is Into the Wild, which is a nonfiction book. And it kind of like details this journey of this real guy who like traveled across America and went to Alaska and like spent like 4 months. I can't remember if 4 months was the whole journey or 4 months was the time like once he reached Alaska until he was done in Alaska. But anyway, that one is awesome. It's by John Krakauer, Into the Wild, my favorite book of all time, and that one's nonfiction. And then Siddhartha I read in high school for one of my literature classes, and it's basically like, in my opinion, like the fiction version of it. And it's basically about, a person finding himself, and it's just really interesting to me. Now, the reason I say read it with an eye towards Scripture is because like we find ourselves in Jesus, and I believe that wholeheartedly, 110%. So, I don't read those books to like try and find myself. I read those because they're interesting and like, engage my brain and that type of thing. But yeah, so if you're interested, go read those. What are your thoughts about The Crucible? I only read it once, and I did not like it. I was very bored. I don't know if it was in high school. It was like freshman or sophomore year. If I read it again now, maybe I would like it more. I kind of feel like I might not. I'm not sure, though. But my current thoughts, because I've only read it once, I was bored. And some of my English teachers and some of my colleagues that are also English teachers would cringe at me saying that because it's, it's a classic and a lot of people like it, but I was bored by it. What is your love language? And what was the most meaningful thing someone ever did for you that was consistent with your love language? Whoa, getting deep. Love language. Can you remind me of the love languages real quick? Physical touch. Gifts. Words of affirmation. Acts of service. I don't remember the last one, but just from those first four, I'm pretty sure. Oh, quality time. Okay. Mine is? I think so. Well, Anita said mine's quality time. I was going to say words of affirmation, but maybe that's just because that's an insecurity of mine. I trust her, so we'll go with quality time. I definitely super appreciate quality time. So, yeah, I guess just I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna challenge my fiance for a little bit. I feel like it's words of affirmation because I also feel like, for example, Chandler, the just blessed soul that he is, will just call me out of nowhere. I got a couple friends who will do this. They'll just call me out of nowhere and they'll just say, "Hey man, I was just thinking about you and I just wanted to and then they'll just encourage me and just say something super kind, or maybe they were praying and they got something in their prayer for me. Just the fact that somebody's praying for me when I'm not really thinking about it or when I didn't ask them to, that's super touching to me. So I don't know if what that fits under. I'm going to go with words of affirmation. So yeah. So I don't have a number one most meaningful thing, but whenever somebody calls me out of the blue and encourages me, I'm super humbled by it. So if any of you ever just feel like calling me, just go for it. What else you guys got? Who's doing something super interesting right now? I mean, obviously we're on this live stream together, but what were you doing right before you got on live stream if you weren't doing something boring? If you're doing something super interesting? Tell me, because then I got to go think about what I'm going to do after this, and I want to do something super interesting. Guys, I was reading this thing. Aw. I'm sorry, Jason. Jason said he accidentally killed a baby turtle. Jess got a new fish because mine died. Dang. I'm so sorry for your sea pets meeting their fates. I apologize for that. As I just finished stuffing my face with sushi, so it's a rough little mood we got going on here. Still working actually, but at least I can work from home. Yeah, man, I'm with you. So I'm working from home too. It's been a little bit chaotic just because getting all the online virtual teaching stuff up and running, but I am with you. While riding a bike. Oh no. Well, keyword accidentally. It's all good, Jason. There are more baby turtles in the world. I taught my dog a new trick. What trick, Gigi? I'm going to paint after this. What are you going to paint, Jess? I forget what I was going to say a minute ago before I got sad about Jason accidentally killing a baby turtle. Oh, Corinne was doing math homework. Blah, blah. Don't know yet. All right. Hey, just my kids, funny story. My three of my seniors, I think it was like before the first day of school, because we were at school doing yearbook stuff. They just decided to paint a chair. Like I had one chair in my room that was different than all the rest, and I had a whole bunch of paint in the closet from like the teacher before me, and they were like, "Can we paint this chair?" And I was like, "You know what? Go for it." And they painted a chair. So to play dead, is he good at it or she? I forget if your dog's a boy or a girl. I'm working out after this. That's right, Jason. Get that pump. Ugh. I have not worked out today. I did yesterday. Nice. No, she isn't. Well, keep trying. Keep training. You got this, Geneva. I believe in you. What's your dog's name again? She won't stay still. Well, that is key to playing dead. That is for sure. Stella. That's right. Stella. I remember that name. Well, I believe in you and Stella. You guys will get this. I remember what I was going to say. This might be total nonsense, but it seemed like it made sense when I read it. Apparently, when you hum, you have less. Okay, now I'm saying this out loud, and it definitely sounds like nonsense. I was reading this thing about how when you breathe through your nose, I'll give you a little context so that it's not absolutely crazy. It'll just be a little bit crazy. When you breathe through your nose, you like block more of the particles in the air than if you just breathed in through your mouth. So like people were saying like, oh, just try and breathe through your nose more. And, you know, I don't know, it might make it a little bit less likely for you to like breathe in the Rona. But then I read somebody saying, yeah, and if you hum a lot, it also helps. I really wish I could remember what they said about why that works. But yeah, so you know what, guys? I've been humming a ton, and I still feel great. So all I'm saying is it might just be working. Silence in the chat. That's how you know you're really crazy. All right, guys. Hey, anybody else have any burning questions? I would love to answer them. If not, we can just hop off though. So, yeah. So I'll give it a few seconds. I know there's a little bit of a lag in the chat. If anybody's got any other questions, I would love to talk about it. But if not, no worries. We can all go about our dandy days. What are you doing this weekend? What am I doing this weekend? Tomorrow, I have a FaceTime meeting with a potential wedding photographer. So that's exciting. So Anita and I are going to chat with her and see, you know, just what her personality's like. And we like her photos. So we'll just see how that goes. And all goes well, we'll have ourselves a photographer. We'll probably end up talking to my mom because they're making all the food. So we'll probably end up so basically wedding planning this weekend. And then obviously we'll watch the service, the TNLC service on Sunday, but basically wedding planning. And then we had something else. Did we have something else on Sunday? No? All right, yeah. Wedding planning in church. Maybe get some sun. All right, guys. Oh, can I come to your wedding? Corinne, I would love if I could invite every single person from TNLC, but unfortunately, we ain't got the monies to do that. So we're going to do somewhat of a smaller wedding, but you can hang out with us after we're married. All right. Well, hey, I love you guys. This was fun. This was super fun. We did almost an hour of just chatting and hanging out, which is awesome considering all the circumstances. Thank you for understanding, Corinne. Considering all the circumstances, the fact that we can still hang out like this is awesome. Colin says that every week, and he's right. It's super awesome that we still have this ability. So go have fun, do something, go paint something like Jess, ride a bike, get some sun. Just remember, come back here at the NLS YouTube page, 6:30 every Wednesday for our live services. See you guys later.